So we get a lot of calls and emails every week about wells and well depths in our area. So in this video, we're going to show you a website where you can look this up on your own and find the well depths. We'll also teach you how to read the different well logs. And obviously, we'd be happy to do this for you. We know there's a lot of do-it-yourselfers out there that like to do this on their own. So stay tuned. Okay, so let's get right into it. What you can do to get to this site is you can just Google Montana Groundwater Information Center, or I'll leave the link at the bottom in the notes so you can just click on that. But either way, it'll get you to the site. And when you get here, this is the first page, and it will allow you, obviously, if this is your first time here, you are not a user and you don't have a user ID, so you can create one here. And you just click on that, fill out your info, and as you can see, it says the account will be active immediately and there are no charges for this service. So it's free for everyone to use. You just have to set up your own user ID, and you'll be good to go. So once you set up your user ID, you'll just sign in right here. And if you're looking for well information, let me show you. You click right here for the type of data you want to use, and it shows you everything this site will do. You can go through environmental assessments, file for water rights, but what you're going to click on is just looking for a well log, and it'll bring you to this page, which shows you the different ways you can search for the well log. You can search by township, you can search by address. I'm going to show you how to do this with the legal description of a property that you can find in a land listing. So if you're searching for land listings, obviously a lot of them aren't going to have a street address yet, and if they don't already have a well on them, you're going to need to figure out if you were to buy it, how deep your well is probably going to be. Obviously, this isn't going to give you an exact depth of what it's going to be on your property, but this will give you a good idea of what it will probably be, because we're going to look at all the different wells in that particular area. So we'll come over here and let's just, we'll take a listing. I'll show you how to do this. So you get down here to the legal description and you will find this right here. Then you go back to the site and you'll put in township 29 north, range 23 west, and it was section 2. And once you do that, you click retrieve, and it's going to show you all the people or all the wells that are in this area. Now keep in mind, these legal descriptions will get you down to a square mile area. That's why there's this many wells in or on this page. I've blurred out the names. I don't know if anybody wanted this public, but it is a public site, so when you pull it up, you'll see the name of the people. So if you do know who owns the lot, this will help. Or if, there is a well already on there, it's going to show up. But this shows you the total depth of all the wells in this area. Well, like I said, it's a square mile, so there's going to be, depending on how dense the population is in that area or how many houses have already been built, that will determine obviously how many wells are going to show up. But this shows you the depths in that area. So the most shallow well is 285 feet right here. This TD means total depth. And then it goes all the way up to 805 feet for this one. So again, it's a square mile, and this may be on a hillside. So the ones that are higher up, maybe this one, and that's 805 feet. And the other one that's only 285 feet could be down in a swale. I don't know. That's something that if you're driving that area, you'll be able to figure that out. So if you click on, let's just click on this first one here. This was 805 feet. So I'll show you how to read this this well log. And again, I'm going to blur out the owner's information. But they'll have the latitude and longitude on here. And another thing you can do to find out the exact spot is you take those numbers, throw them into Google Maps, and it'll come up with this exact site right here. So that will also help you find exactly where the well is located. But then going back to the actual well log report, this will tell you that the total depth's 805 feet. The static water level is 500 feet. So what that means is basically the well is a metal tube down into the earth. So you go down 507 feet before you hit water. And then obviously the pump is set lower than that down in there. And then that's what, when they test it, this shows you they're getting 20 gallons a minute with the bottom of the pump down at 790 feet. And it took 24 hours to once they pumped water out of there at 20 gallons a minute for an hour, it took 24 hours for the water to come back up to the 500 feet. So this next area down here just shows you, this is from the actual well driller, and they tell you what they were hitting as they were drilling down into the ground. If that interests you or not, but that's on all these different well logs. So over here on the left, they also talk about, the steel, the thickness of the steel, and the diameter of the well. So these well logs give you all the different data that you'll need, and you can obviously, like we looked at earlier, find out the different wells in that area. So if you're looking at a lot in this particular area, you can get an estimate of what it's probably going to be. Like this one, this 285 is kind of an offshoot. It's I'm not sure why. And as you know, groundwater varies. Maybe that guy just got lucky and there's a little spur of the aquifer that's up higher right in that spot. But I would say, looking at all these numbers, you're probably looking at, 550 feet to be safe. But again, as you see, it can go up to 800. So this will just give you an idea of if you're looking to buy a lot and trying to budget for building the house as to what it's going to cost you for the well. This is definitely going to help you out. And then obviously the prices of wells vary widely because it all depends on the price of the steel, and that's what makes the wells vary so much in price by determined by when you drill the well. I have not called a well guy today to find out what the current prices are. All the guys are pretty much the same because, again, it's tied into the price of steel at that time. And then you can take that and you can tell the guy, hey, I'm going to drill, 550 feet, and he'll give you a ballpark of what that's going to cost. But again, there's so many variables that go into this. This is just to help you get a ballpark idea. Obviously, there's no guarantees that you're going to hit water at all, to be honest, but more than likely you will, because as you can see in this particular area, there's quite a few wells already that are all working. So I hope this helps. If you guys have any questions, any further questions, let me know, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you for watching our video. Please call, text, or email for more information, and don't forget to watch our other videos about Montana.